Saturday marks the one-year anniversary of the first diagnosed COVID case in Idaho. So today, Governor Brad Little visited Pocatello to tour a vaccine clinic and give an update on how the state is doing. KPVI News that works for you journalist Kate Garner spoke with the governor. He has the details.
COVID years are kind of like dog years. It feels like it's been 7 years instead of one. But boy, we've come a long way.
Over the last year, the state has had to adapt to the pandemic. The COVID vaccine clinic at Idaho State University's Sport and Orthopedic Center is proof of that.
The new administration is talking about we need to get some of these people that aren't totally licensed. I said, I think I did that in April. We were one of the first states to do that.
The ISU clinic furthers that goal. Staff and health students, not necessarily licensed yet, are still able to administer vaccines to the public to keep up with the demand.
You need to get vaccinated. That's going to lower the spread. That's going to make things better going forwards.
The state also studied ISU's telehealth program and implemented it statewide, increasing service by 4,000%.
It's a win for the patient. It's a win for the provider because they can provide more services faster, and it's a win for bringing the cost of health care down.
The governor is currently most concerned with schools. The emergency declaration allowed the state to invest additional funds to schools.
The no action would have been a disaster.
The state is currently spending hundreds of millions of dollars to provide broadband internet in rural areas. And Governor Little hopes all schools are back to in-person learning next school year. In Pocatello, Kate Garner, KPVI, news that works for you.
The governor also explained why Idaho's vaccination rate is so low compared to other states. He says that doses are allocated to states based on their population of people over age 18. The Gem State is one of the youngest in the nation and therefore gets less vaccines because of it. And we also asked the governor today while he was in town for his thoughts about President Biden's COVID relief bill, which passed yesterday. The $1.9 trillion package had strong opposition from Republicans, with 0 voting in favor of it. Governor Little does not support it because he believes it adds crippling debt and punishes states like Idaho. He says the Gem State is going to get anywhere from $250 million to $500 million less in federal funding than other states that didn't act as responsibly or work to stay open during the pandemic. Little says state leaders have worked to lower taxes for Idahoans, and this bill hurts those efforts.
You can be irresponsible, and the federal government, the federal taxpayers will bail you out. It's just a fundamental premise that I have about why should the people of Idaho work hard to balance their budget, to get people back to work, to make the sacrifices they do, to get the COVID numbers down, and then have another state that perhaps didn't do that get rewarded.
Idaho Senator Jim Risch also issued a statement opposing it. He feels very little of the money actually goes toward COVID relief. He called it, quote, reckless spending, and says it puts taxpayers and the nation under further debt to push a, quote, liberal agenda.